Watching my show. So Pokemon Black and White finally has a release date in North America. It's going to be coming out March 6th, so that's exciting. The game flew off the shelf when it was in Japan, and they're hoping that it's going to have pretty much the exact same effect here, but I don't know if it's going to, because I think with the way that the internet works now, a lot of people who really wanted the game were like, I'm just gonna get it in Japanese, and just bought it. So I don't think that it's going to do as well here, but it's still exciting. And honestly, like, I feel like most people who really love Pokemon have already watched, like, walkthroughs of the entire game, which is funny. It's pretty awesome if that's something that you're interested in. Be excited for March, and hopefully it won't get delayed or something. So I have ranted many times before about my feelings on the 3DS and how I think that it's very silly because, let's face it, we've had 3D technology for a really long time now, and the 3DS has already had some things come out about how it could possibly cause seeing problems and all sorts of other things. So now they're saying, okay, now that we're about to sell you this 3DS, you should know, A, it could possibly make you really sick, and also, young children probably should never play this. I feel like if I was a parent, I would be like, oh, the 3DS was going to be the thing to keep you distracted! So as we all know, a normal 2D game causes enough, like, you have enough, like, concentration and focus, and you're like, super into it. So they tell you that you need to take breaks every now and then. So with the 3DS, my concern has always been 3D, you're already going to be concentrating on the game, like, really intensely, and then it's also going to be 3D, it's going to be really hard on your eyes, and just all sorts of nonsense. So now what they're saying is, with the 3DS, after a half an hour, you should take a break. They've seen people get sick, they've seen people with epilepsy have some issues, just all sorts of problems like that. So, I don't know, like, I'm not trying to rag on it, I'm just saying, it seems like silly. They made it so that you can switch it between 3D and 2D. You can, like, go into the options and make it so that it doesn't have the 3D capabilities, which is great. So if you want to give it to a younger kid, then sweet. But I think that it's really sad that here at, like, game time, like, about to be putting this out on the shelves, they're saying, so, you should know some issues we have with this thing. They're even including parental controls for this thing. That's how excited I am about it. So you guys know the dudes who made the groping Kinect game, and everybody was watching YouTube videos of it and going, ha ha ha, that's really funny and also kind of awesome. Also, we all know how news companies like to really blow video games out of proportion as something that is just, like, destroying society and our kids should never play them and we're all going to become deviants and whatnot. So the videos of this fondling game started filtering around all over the place, and of course, eventually some parents were like, no, we are going to take a stand against this video game. I need to find, there's a good quote. It's inappropriate, especially when these games are geared toward younger children. You see the commercials on the Disney Channel, on Nickelodeon, of course they're going to want them. I'm sorry, but A, I don't know if you parents have realized, but at least half of the video games that come out are not intended for children nowadays. Also, B, if you think that Disney and Nickelodeon are going to be laxadays enough to be like, oh yeah, that fondling game, no, we'll totally give you a slot in our commercial lineup. If that's how you think that television is working nowadays, I would never let my child watch TV. So why do you even let them have a Kinect? And then, I guess they, like, threw a big ol' fit because they were saying, okay, Microsoft is never going to approve this game, it's not going to go on the Kinect, it's totally fine, but yeah, it might be on PC. And then the parents were like, what? PC? That's just as bad! Do you know that if your child went to Google and typed in boobs, they would instantly get porn? I feel like, it's so frustrating, you guys. It's so frustrating. Be a parent. If you have a 5-year-old kid and you don't want them playing a groping game, make sure they don't have a groping game. Ridiculous. You don't have to go to Fox News about this. You don't have to make a big ol' hugger-mugger about the whole thing. It's silly. I think this is 2 episodes in a row that I've talked about boobs. Ah! Does anybody else feel like they need to stop making Assassin's Creed games? I do. Don't get me wrong, like, I love Assassin's Creed, but I feel like they're milking the cow a little too much, and the cow's eventually gonna be like, hey buddy, you need to lay off. Okay, so that's my show. I'm actually going to be, well, first I'm gonna go to dance practice. I used to be on dance team, so I'm gonna go help out the dance team for a couple hours and film them and whatnot. And then I'm getting my hair dyed red because you guys voted for it, so it's your fault. But I'm going for, like, primary color red. Like, that's where I'm going with this because the orange doesn't look good on me. So going for red, red, red. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. And if it doesn't look good on me, then it's just hair. And, yeah. A lot of you guys from the Choose Your Own episode really liked the just, like, me hanging out talking about just nonsense for 5 minutes. And it's actually, for whatever reason, it's really fun for me. So if you guys want to spend another 5 minutes drinking coffee with me, you can go ahead and click wherever I end up putting it and hang out with me for 5 minutes again. So if that's something you're into, go for it. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope that your week is going good. I'll see you in a couple days. Okay, bye-bye.